Hello to my Capricorns. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Capricorns, we are winding out this cycle. The moon is in Leo. That's right. So when the moon is in Leo, don't be afraid to send out that radiant sunshine from within. All right. Okay. You want to dress in bright colors, white and gold. That's right. You want to be sunny no matter what the weather is, wherever you are. Capricorns, that's right. Your confidence is shining on through. That's right. Positive, high vibrating energy. It could be pouring down raining where you are. But when that moon moves through Leo, remember Leo is ruled by the sun. We're not talking about a person who is a Leo. We're talking about the moon being in Leo, right? That is where your mood is confident. You're saying, you know, no matter what's going on, I have something to be grateful and to be thankful for, right? Okay, right? So a Leo moon gives us the energy. It teaches us to have powerful presence of one who knows their identity and achieves more by doing less. So that means, you know, like statement pieces. You may have something of yellow or gold on, even if it's just like bold jewelry, but not clownish like jewelry. Maybe you have on, maybe wear like a handkerchief if you're a guy, or a tie, or you know, like a little extra little pizzazz or something, or whatever you're wearing. Maybe, you know, maybe you don't wear the little tiny earrings if you're a woman. You maybe wear a little bowl something earring or whatever, maybe a different kind of jewelry that day, something that's going to kind of sort of stand out, you know, that just lets you know, okay, I feel a little bit more confident today. Maybe I'll wear, you know, a little gold jewelry, little something, little extra pizzazz or something, right? Okay, let's get into it. But what you're staying away from are energies who are cause you some kind of anxiety. You want to get connected with energies where you leave their presence, you feel more powerful, you feel more willful. In other words, your confidence level increases when you leave people's presence. Those are the types of energies you want to connect with, right? And by the way, for those of you all who have taken my tarot card reading class, the free tarot card reading class, I have so enjoyed talking to each and every one of you. Those classes were one-on-one. I had so much fun with those one-on-one classes. Yes, I did. I talked to so many people and had so much fun with those classes. So let's get into this. So let me give you some questions for those of you all who like questions. First question that you want to ask yourself is, do you connect to your core, meaning your center daily? Do you connect with your core, to your core, comma, your center daily? Second is, do you have or do you express your creative side? Third question is your current wardrobe really expressing who you are? Right? Who you are. Fourth question is, do you protect your energy and time by politely saying no to requests and invitations that are not aligned to your being? Fourth is, could you create more time and space for self-exploration and self-expression? Yeah, let's get into it. I am divinely guided. That I am is that God in you. That's God in you. So if you feel like, hey, today is a day that you feel like, okay, being a little bit more confident, a little extra pizzazz, a little extra pep in your step, that's it. Do it. That's right. Do it. Feeling a little bit more confident today. Don't worry about what people are thinking and what they're saying. You prayed. You feel like you're feeling a little bit more confident. You know, don't let people knock you off your square because they're trying to compete with you. Your confidence, you feeling good, you feeling more confident, you feeling a little, you know, feeling better about yourself. You've done your mirror work. You're feeling a lot more structured. You prayed. You've meditated on some things. You can see yourself feeling like you're feeling a little bit more structured and confident. Yes. Okay. What's the current situation with my Capricorns? What's the current situation with my Capricorns? Talking to you wherever Capricorn is in your birth chart. Yeah, you're learning how to see things from a higher frequency now. This temperance. You're in harmony with yourself. Somebody's at peace with themselves where you are in your life right now. I love it, and I love it. Okay? I love it. Feeling good. What's a challenge for you? Right? Yeah. Somebody knows their north node. Somebody knows their north node. Somebody knows where they're going. I love this. This lets me know that you pulled your birth chart. Somebody has a plan for their lives. And if you haven't had a chance to pull your birth chart, I do birth chart readings. Will help you plan out things. If you want, if that's something that you want, I do provide that service. So if you still need help, if you want me to help you, I can try to help you with that. So, but there are people who can help you with that as well. So if you know how to do it yourself, do it yourself. Do it yourself. So, but yeah, somebody knows where they're going. Somebody knows where they're going. They know where they're headed, right? So you can't be bullied. When you know where you're headed, when you know you got a plan put in place, you got it. You're seeing things from a higher frequency. Seeing something from a higher frequency. That's right. So the challenge is that people, you know, try to bully you out of something, but when you know your spirit is already there, your spirit is already there. People can talk about people all day long. So people are talking about somebody behind their back. That's the distant past. People talked about you behind your back, but when you know your spirit is already somewhere, you're like, okay, I got something physically in my hand that I'm looking at. That's the beauty of it. I got my birth chart in my hand. I'm looking at it. I see what my north node is, right? Capricorns rule 10th house. Your zodiac sign may not be Capricorn in 10th house, but whatever it is, if somebody put a full plan together for you and you looking at that plan and you got that thing in your hand and you're saying, yep, that sounds like me. Yep, that sounds like me. I got the whole plan in my hand. Okay, I got something I can work with. I got my marching order. I'm gone. I'm good. I got something I can get going, right? People can talk all day long. That was the past. People were talking about you in the past, but now you're saying, nope, that was the past. What about the recent past, Source? What about the recent past? You don't have to walk around like you got the weight of the world on your shoulders. You just need your attitude will determine your altitude. It makes all the difference in the world when you know where you're going. Your confidence level has increased. You felt like a half of a person before because people were talking about you behind your back. This person is lost. You're walking around with the weight of the world on your shoulders and your confidence level has increased. Like, you know what? 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. You know what? I need to move on. I know I have a purpose in this world. I'm not crazy. I roll 10th house. I know what my sign is in my 10th house. I got something in my hand I can look at. I know I have a purpose. So they can talk about me behind my back all day long. I know what I'm here to do. I know what I was called to do. I know what my vocation is. I know the difference between a career and a vocation. So when Source calls me, that's where I'm going. Recent past? Yeah. Recent past? Yeah. So the past is that, you know, you may have been in survival mode before in the past. You could have felt like a lamb in a lion's den where you were just out for slaughter in a lion's den in the past. But I'm telling y'all, it makes all the difference in the world when you got a plan put together. Where you're like, I can see this on paper. I can see it it's in my hands. I got a plan. That means I can put a calendar to it. Every single day I'm working towards this plan. I got it put down on paper. I can see it. That's why you got a smile on your face. I'm divinely guided. My spirit is being divinely guided in a direction. Now stuff is starting to make sense. Now I can see why I like to travel so much. Now I can see why I like to, I like to get on the plane. I like to travel by boat. I like to travel by train. I like to be in a car. When I was little, I was in a car seat, feet swinging, air just blowing through my hair. I loved all of that when I was little. I'm seeing stuff from a higher frequency now. I don't have to be out here in survival mode. Now it's starting to make sense. Why people kept trying to bait me into stuff and I was so confused. Okay, now I'm starting to see the duality of things, the light side of why I like to travel, why I like to move around, why I was moving around so much. Now I'm starting to see, okay, what the enemy meant for evil, God turned it around for my good. And if your purpose is, let's say, innovation, I can see why God had me around all of these innovative forward-thinking people in my life. I couldn't see it at first, but now I'm starting to see it. If my North Node was towards, or if my calling was towards doing spiritual work, now I see why I was so drawn towards learning different disciplines, okay, in spirituality and religion. Now it's starting to make sense. Now it's starting to make sense. Now the dots are starting to connect. Yeah, that's what somebody's starting to see now. Now things are starting to connect. You're starting to see the duality of things now, right? That is the purpose of pulling your birth chart. That is the purpose of pulling your birth chart. So what are their strengths, right? When your back is against the wall, this number 4, and you're around energies who feel like something is their way or the highway, you can tap into source through prayer. When I feel like my back is against the wall and I pour it out to people who feel like, okay, it's their way or the highway, guess what? I have a purpose. I got something in my hand. I have a birth chart. I have a birth chart in my hand, and I can say, you know what? I don't have to sit here and take this. I don't have to sit here on this job and take this. I don't have to sit here in this relationship and take this. I don't have to sit here and take this. I have a purpose. God called me to something. I'm not telling anybody to quit their job, by the way, so don't take it that way, okay? Just don't do something silly like that. Just up and just leave your job. What I'm saying is that put a plan in place. Have something in hand where you're saying, okay, I'm planning, I'm putting something in place here. Some people are actually in their right job. They were called to do what they're doing right now. So if you were called, sit yourself right on down and do what you're supposed to do. Don't make some just quick decision to do something, right? So, yeah, this is your strength. When you feel like your back is against the wall and you feel like, okay, you're around you're in a lion's den, right? Where people are saying, I got your back, I got your back, I got your back. And you feel like your lion's den. That's what you're called. You're like, oh no, I can tap in, I can pray. I can pray to God. I can pray to God and ask God for clarity. This is water. I can ask God for clear water. Right? So what about the near future? Near future, you're closing something out. People are going to be asking you why. People are going to be asking you why. Why are you closing out something? Why are you moving on? They're going to be asking why. You prayed about it because you tapped into source. You prayed about something and you moved on. People are going to be like, why? Why are you making that decision to move on? Because I haven't had a chance to process my emotions around things. I feel like everything is rushed. I feel like I'm in a lion's den. I'm just rush. And I have something I have in hand, a plan that I have. I don't like feeling rushed, like I'm being sacrificed here. I poured out everything I have, and I feel like I'm all of this fire here, like I'm under fire, like I'm constantly feeling like I'm being fired, but I don't even have a chance to process my emotions. If I could say I gotta pray about something, it seems like prayer is like prayer is a demonic word or something. Like if I say, can I pray about it? Pray? What you mean pray? I feel like I'm the pray if I say I gotta pray about it. So, yeah, so that's near future right there. Yeah. And so influence is on you. Yeah. So somebody was trying to bring out the worst in you, but what influences on you is somebody who is helping you to adjust your crown, somebody who knows how to pray. Somebody who knows how to pray, somebody who says, no, helping you to adjust your crown. Something having to do with music. Somebody who knows how to pray has had an influence, who's gone through the same thing you've gone through, but who had to pray their way through some situations where people have lied on them. And this is what you have in common with people who have lied on them, who have prayed them their way through some situations, and they made it. They made it out of a lion's den. That's influences on you. What about the external and environmental? Yeah. And they build strong. Somebody is built strong. They build tough. They build strong, right? So when you're dealing with energies who have come out of a lion's den and they build tough and they build strong and they pray their way through source, They were divinely guided and they came out on the other side operating in their north node, and you see that they were being able to be successful. You say, you know what, if they were able to do it, so can you. What about Capricorn's hopes and fears? What about Capricorn's hopes and fears? Something came out. Yeah. Somebody hopes that they don't lose all their money. That's what somebody's hopes are, right? But guess what? Source gave you a gift, right? Somebody's hope that they didn't throw their money away. That's what somebody's hopes are, right? But that's what faith is all about. See, the enemy will make you feel like, and I'm not talking about a person, just so we're crystal clear, right? So we ain't talking about nothing low vibrational. We're talking about high vibrational. You don't have to demonize people. But reversed is imbalance and inequality, resistance to receiving. The enemy really thought that your demons or your temptations would be money. Here, let's just toss money at Capricorn. Let's just give Capricorn, what is it? You want more money? You want more money? Sometimes it's not even about money. All money is not good money. It really is about your spirit. It's about your spirit. It really is, are you selling your soul to the devil? That's what it really is about. When you're seeing something to a higher frequency and you're like, okay, am I selling my soul to the devil? If I've seen some stuff, well, I can't even say pray in an environment. Oh no. Yeah. So that for somebody is it makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes you feel real uncomfortable. If you can't even talk about, okay, well, I got a plan and I need you see all this fire here? You're a receiving sign. If you are in an environment, you already feel like your back is against the wall and all this fire here, you always feel like, okay, I'm constantly going to be fired. All my nerves are bad all the time. In other words, you always feel like the fire is being used in the wrong way. You have digestive issues, kidney, liver problems, food allergies, rage or timid, diabetes, ulcers, chronic fatigue, narcissism, low self-esteem. Everybody feels burned out, stressed out, rushed. All of this all the time. You're in an environment where you just are stressed out. It's a rat race all the time. And if it's not you with those health problems, you're hearing everybody else got health problems, issues, running back and forth to the doctor's office, this and that. You don't necessarily feel motivated, willful. You feel like, okay, I was excited and willful at first, but I don't feel that anymore. I feel like I'm in a lion's den. I feel like a lamb in a lion's den, but I don't get a chance to even process my thoughts and feeling. And my prayer life is increased, but I'm praying more of like, okay, I'm praying for relief. I'm praying for an exodus strategy. Is the money worth it? So somebody is saying, I'm divinely guided. I'm being divinely guided. The outcome is that I see you on a leadership team. That's the outcome. Leadership team. Because it's helping you now to say, I'm more of a compassionate leader now. I'm in receiving mode of a leadership position. That's the outcome. It's making you a more compassionate leader towards people who have been in those positions. Somebody's starting to see now, okay, why somebody may have left jobs so many times, because being in a rat race all the time, it's not even about money. That's what somebody's starting to see, is that some people, you may have been a person that looked at, okay, this person leaves a job, they were making how much money and they left that job, they should have just stuck it out. So when you're sitting around people, hearing people say, okay, that person couldn't take it, but the heat turned up, they left. So love up on yourselves more. Don't look back. Yeah, step through the portal. Somebody is in a crisis. Your bitter ex-lover wants you. You are who they prayed for. You have the gift of telepathy. Root chakra cleanse. Keep moving forward. It's time to start dating again for someone. Yeah, your ancestors are proud of you. They are not happy without you. It's time to expand your brand. You're closing out a cycle in love, but you're making room for a new blessing. Making room for a new blessing. Yeah. Yeah. If you've ever worked on a job, just any job, where you're starting to see that there's some people, they don't get a chance. They don't live years after retirement. They don't even last a couple of years after. Some people don't even make it to retirement. People are too busy going to funerals. Something is wrong. Some people internalize all of that stuff, that stress, that anxiety. And then you got some people, they sailing on boats, skiing, you know, living a life, golfing, having a great time. Yeah, all this destiny swapping. All of this destiny swapping. Some people's lives are a living hell that they're living because they're so stressed out and anxiety ridden. All this destiny swapping going on. You sitting at work wishing that it could be 10 of you to do a job. You wishing like, oh, there's just not enough hours in a day. You can't even, you scared to take off, scared to take vacation. You stressed the heck out. You praying for time. Here we have true offering. So true offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Yeah. Walking around like you got the weight of the world on your shoulders. So y'all are hardworking zodiac sign, but nobody should be working thinking that you wish it was 10 of you or 9 more of you to get a job done. You so stressed out you can't even think straight. 10 of Cups. Where you halfway, this came out half stuff, where you halfway wish it was, okay, I wish I could split my time up. So somebody was at first feeling like you had inner happiness, like this has felt like a family reunion, total, you know, support, fulfillment, but somebody that's turning around now, that's turning upside down at this point. So that's what I'm seeing for someone, but Source is saying to you, but that's turning around for you, meaning that Source is going to put you in a leadership position where you have the authority. Again, not just saying that you're a part of a team, but for you to now start speaking up. Because you're going to start asking questions in interviews when you take jobs now. How much authority do I have? How much authority do I have? Not, I just want to be a part of a team, but how much authority do I have to make decisions? Powerful decisions as a leader. Because somebody is wishing now, God, I wish it was 9, 10 more of me. Yeah, the money sounds nice, but I'm so burned out, I can't even see straight. Because somebody came in smoking, hitting the ground running, like, okay, I can get all of this done, but too tired to even have a life. So that is what I'm seeing for you all. Hopefully this is helpful. And again, try to keep your vibrations high. But some people are starting to learn all money is not, yeah. Somebody is moving on to their north node. Somebody is moving on to their north node. That's where things are going to seem like it's going to go effortlessly for you. Just like, oh, wow. Now, okay, I can deal with this. This is north node. That's where the energy is really going to come from. All right. That's what I see for you. Bye.